This is where he goes every day. He gets there, it looks like this. Five days a week for 9 months, it's something for him, away from us, on his own. A special place, a room without walls. For almost 3 hours each day, his world. He's 5, and there are 24 others like him, and unlike him. These are his friends, his partners and co-workers, his tormentors and fellow conspirators. With him, they share the experience we call kindergarten. There's one special adult in this room. To hear him tell it, she's part mother, part friend, part policeman, part magician, part everything. Each morning she sets the stage for what will be for the children a time of fun and preparation, a time for working and learning, for exploring and discovering, a time for today and tomorrow. Everything she does will help make this the time of their lives. Each morning the adventure begins all over again, and he looks forward to it. For each one of them, it's taken at his own pace.
I did it too when I just got out the door. I did too.
Good. And you got your pen on.
I did.
We're going to have a little short time work today. Now let's think of something that you didn't do yesterday that you might want to
Take
do
your time.
today.
This is your room, and he's on a bridge between home and school, between the baby and the child.
We'll bring that out right now and I'll show you.
Oops.
Sleeve. Buddy, I don't think you'll need your coat on. It's nice and warm in here.
Where's your coat?
It's still early, so each morning he comes in and finds a world in which he's comfortable. A world that's close to what he knows, yet somehow different. A world in which to grow.
I'm getting me some cottage cheese.
24 children coming together in one room, all about the same age, and all of them different. For some, each day is a brand new adventure. For others, it begins where yesterday left off.
Hey, where's our piece of cardboard, Mrs. Bridgeford?
Well, you know where it is, right over there. You can get it off the shelf. Yes. Are you... Does anybody else want to come and look this town on the down?
A place to grow, a place to play, a place to learn. It's different from home. In this room, important things are happening. New ideas, curiosity, independence and planning. A new way of looking at things. A chance to take his time and find his own way. It's a matter of exposure and the opportunity to explore something new, to get a sense of yourself. He watches others and finally he's ready to try it himself. A famous artist once called an empty canvas the most paralyzing thing in the world. For a 5-year-old, it takes time. But there's plenty of that in this room. The role of the art critic is to observe and comment upon that which he is not prepared to do himself. Sometimes you wonder, what do they learn in kindergarten? All sorts of things, every minute. But who can measure the plans, the decisions, the deep, intense concentration that are so much a part of everything here? What makes it work? Well, for one thing, having the right things in the right place at the right time with freedom to use them. And in every corner of the room, there is excitement, a growing up that makes this room a very special place.
Get me one of those double ones there, Tommy. That's 5. Now, when you
ask him what he learned in school today, and most often he'll tell you, nothing.
Then you put it this way. And then if you want to go down that way, or if you want to go down this way, you may. And then you can go on. Now, let's see if you can find a double one, Tommy. For there's 2 of the same kind on it. Fine. Now, let's come down here and see if we can put it down in here. Could you put it right down here? Now, then. Let's start going down one of those.
We've got blocks at home, sure, but here it's more than building with blocks. It's building himself in a workshop for children, and the only limit is his own imagination. Something going on all the time. And his teacher seems to know when to leave them alone. and when she's needed.
That's your Jeep that's making loud noise.
That's the art to teaching kindergarten, seeing and hearing everything, never being very far away, setting limits that he can live with. It's play, but it's work too. He's thinking and planning. And something more. He's learned a lot about living and working with others, and that's important. They're building something together. They're building the foundation for all the years to come. They're learning about each other and about themselves. And we're learning something about them early in their lives. Quite often their private worlds collide, but they're getting used to it. They're moving toward our world, day by day, growing, individually and together. And they're using this time in kindergarten to put things in their proper place. They're separating what's real from what's make-believe. And they're beginning to know the difference. They're using their own methods and their own time. It's a good way to learn.
I know what you can be. A prince. I'm not going to be a girl. I'm going to be a prince. A prince. Well, a prince isn't a girl. A princess is a girl. Wait a minute. Where's that prince? A princess is a girl, not a prince. A prince is a boy. I'm not going to have that. That's a boy. A prince is a boy. Okay, then don't be any...
24 separate worlds, each touching upon the other. Together, they weave the pattern of experience that makes up a community.
No, you can't because
A small part of a place called kindergarten at about 9:30 in the morning. They're learning about living together and still being very much themselves.
Back to the king and queen days if I have to. And here's the medicine because she got colorized. I'm going back to the king and queen days. Oh, we are. No, we was in the cowboy days. Now we're in the king and queen days. But I'm still the doctor and she has time sliders. Hey, there's something else. Hey, come here. There's something else.
Things that you work hard to teach them at home seem to come easily here. Like cleaning up, taking responsibility. Like beginning something new.
This is called a square dance.
And what's more fun than a square dance? It's new, sure, but he'll get the hang of it in a minute. And what a way to build coordination while burning up energy.
But we're going to start out showing how to do this one square first. David, you're going to be Charlene's partner. Neil is going to be...
She's going to show him how, and he's ready. She's planned it for him, at his age, his pace, his ability. She calls it rhythms, music, dancing. He calls it fun.
Charlene and David will skip to the center and make a little bow, and then go right back to the places again. All right, let's see if they can do that. Now this time, they kneel, and Sally will go to the center. Back to their places, and now then Susie and Tommy will go. Now Tommy and Patty. Now then the first couple will skip around with one hand, that shaking hand. Now Neil, you move your partner.
Somewhere in the middle of the session, he needs a chance to take it easy, to relax. When any group of children are doing the same thing, it's easy to see how different they are. A quiet time in the middle of the morning, and each one of them takes from it what he needs. They rest and let their small bodies catch up with their large enthusiasms. When you're 5 and in kindergarten, every minute opens up a new door.
Why did you bring this up to show us today?
The pleasure of telling. It will never again be quite the same. So exciting, so filled with adventure, so rich in the sharing of experience.
I got a 6-year-old molar tooth.
Well, show 'em. Now then you can show them on your teeth here.
Right there.
Look, can you see where that black pencil mark is?
Uh-huh.
That's that 6-year molar. Now you're going to be getting that too. So you'll be watching, and when you get your 6-year molar, then you can go get the teeth just like Kathy did and show the boys and girls where yours is. And what kind of a tooth is that, Kathy? What does that tooth do?
It grinds.
It grinds. It's called a molar, and always the molars are the ones that grind. What do these front teeth do, Kathy?
They chop.
They chop. show us how that lower jaw goes. Does the upper one go? What does it do?
Stay still.
It stands still. It's just that lower one. Barbara, would you like to show us how we would brush those teeth? Would you? You ask for the brush right there, will you? Barbara's daddy is a dentist.
My mind.
And look, now show us how they go. They go up. Every day we brush our teeth. We brush our teeth. We brush our teeth. This is how we brush our teeth. Up and down and up and down.
They listen to each other in this room.
About this
And they
Barbara.
talk to
Now,
each other.
We started again, Tony, because the little friends back there said they didn't hear you. You know, before Tony got sick, we could just...
He has something to say, but it's not always easy when you're 5. He's learning to express himself, finding the right words, gaining self-assurance.
Hard back here, so the water dripped down their back, dripped down their back. It just goes down their back.
Well, maybe some of the boys and girls don't even know what this is.
Well, just right up in the front of here, they'll know the number of the station.
Well, what is this? All of this, what is this?
Metal.
It's metal. What do you do with it?
Put it on your hand.
Well, show us. Let all the friends see you. Where did you get this, Tony?
Oh, last night, Mommy comes home, and I didn't know this yet. She got it. And then this morning, when I got up, and I saw it in the couch, I thought we had a fire last night, and then when the farmers left the farm down that.
And that was just a joke, was it? We ready?
He refers to her proudly as his teacher. But so do all the others, because she's part of everything they do together.
Well, I'm going to try it now and not say duck so many times. Shall I?
Yeah.
Duck, 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 goose. So we have to hear it, Tommy.
His teacher has a lot of wonderful ways of doing things, like using puppets to make communication easier.
I smell. I taste good at salads and hamburgers. When you cut into me, I make...
She's using her imagination to touch his, and making them all stretch just a little farther than they can reach.
Wow.
Is it Frankfurt?
I'm Frankfurt. I'm a happy little...
There is no such thing as failure in the kindergarten. There is only experience from which to learn.
I see the big waves that go in the ocean. I see little bees that go in the flowers.
Each day is different all year round. Yesterday he met the fire chief. Tomorrow he'll hear all about a farm or a railroad yard. And he responds in his own way, in his best way, in the only way he knows how.
I'm Mr. Bell. Say something.
What can you do, Mr. Bell?
Mr. Bell, I can listen with my ears.
Can we hear you?
Yeah.
It works. He learns without ever knowing he's being taught. They'll smell the onion, see the clown, hear the bell, and for the world around them.
Hi, I'm Mr. Itchy. And I'll scratch you. Put down your dress. Well, at least I have on tights. Sally.
And inside this little house lives a little mouse. He's asleep in his bed. He has 4 little sharpened pencils for his 4-poster bed. He has his little
The end of the
shoes on
morning.
floor.
The magic of a story before going home.
A magazine.
Sitting quietly in a group,
But his door
learning to listen.
is wide open.
The beginnings of the discipline they will need all through their lives.
About the mouse who likes to read in bed. And this is the little mouse that likes to read in bed. And you can look at the pictures as you go, and you can see this little mouse. Scuffy was a little field mouse with bright brown eyes. He liked to read in bed. He had a tiny table made of an empty spool. He had found this in a wastepaper basket. By his bed was a pink birthday candle. That was his reading light. And one day,
out of a year,
way up in the farmhouse,
just about 3 hours of time,
he had run across
it's a good place for them to be. And it's a good beginning, filled with new knowledge and skills, with wonder and excitement, the bits and pieces that fit together in the mosaic of a child.
Bye.
All the school years that follow will be touched by this first one. For everything that happens in this room
Bye-bye.
has value for today and will be a part of everything to come. This is kindergarten, where they have the time of their lives.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.